This is the Queer Ambition Podcast. You're listening to our water cooler episode. This is a chance where we get to just really talk about trending topics, things that are important to us in the news, and really anything else that's on our mind. So think about this literally like the water cooler at your job, or when you're hanging out your desk and you're just bullshitting with your coworkers. That's what we're doing here today.
Yes.
So,
welcome. It's been a while since we've done a water cooler episode, I think.
It has
and
been a
the last
while.
one we did was really good. We talked about anxiety. That was the main topic.
Oh my God, it was so good. You know what's funny is that it performed, the clip performed so well that no one watched the full video. That one clip was so good. They were like, oh, we got everything we need.
We got everything we need. We don't need to hear anything else. So what you got over there today? What are you drinking today?
Oh, I got the Summer Colada, of course, brought to you by Ciroc. Shout out to Diddy. You can pay me whatever you want.
Wow. I'm drinking Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
That's great.
This is not advertisement, guys. I wish. Like, we need some advertisement dollars.
Ew, if Ciroc paid us?
Serious, not even like, if there's anyone, I feel like if there's anyone like in the LGBT community that just wants to advertise something like help us help you. Let's all help each other. We can come up with something. But no advertising dollars yet.
I'll take $5.
$5. You could cash
your whole
out.
Brand. Your whole brand. I'll put it across the whole screen, round.
Right. All right. So first thing I wanted to talk about is music, as always, because we both are huge lovers of music, and so much has been happening since the last time we had the water cooler episode. And I want to kind of start in chronological. Did I say that right? Chronological, yes. Chronological.
There you go. Yeah.
I want to start in that order. So I would start with Beyonce and Jay-Z with that surprise album they dropped, The Carters.
Yes, I remember waking up the next day and you sent us ape shit, and I was like, oh, this is a banger. I was like, so did you like the whole album? Because you listened before I did, and then I'll tell you how I felt.
Well, yeah, so I was excited for the album because I heard ape shit, and I was like, I saw the video with the song, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, I sent it to you guys. I watched that shit 10 times that morning because I was like, this is giving me all the black people feels right now, you know? Like, that video is black as fuck. I'm sorry.
It is in the Louvre.
Yes.
Too. Yeah, and then when the breakdowns came out about like what everything meant, that was
exactly. So really good. So I had like high hopes for the album. So I trekked and I hiked and I looked for this album because I was not downloading Tidal.
Okay? Fucking Tidal.
Finally got my hands on the album. That shit was weak.
Wait, so you didn't like the album?
No.
Okay, so I have a different opinion. So I listened to the album on the way to San Francisco. I feel like we should talk about Sanford and Pride, but anyway. So I listened to it on the way to San Fran. I downloaded it, and I really started to like more of the songs. At least 4 songs I like. At least 4. Oh shit! Now you're gonna put me on the spot.
You don't even know me.
Ape shit. I like Friends.
Yeah.
I like Friends. Did I say that I like Ape shit? No. Boss. I love Boss as well. So maybe 3 songs. But to me, like, that's a decent album nowadays. Because if you have 3 songs you like, it might as well be a banger.
No, I'm not gonna give these artists that are making millions of dollars, I'm not gonna let them be mediocre. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Okay. We
expect a certain level from you. Give us that. So I had high hopes for the Carters. It did not give me all the feel. And you know what? I feel like most people are on the same page with me here.
No. All right. Because I mean, I haven't heard anything else besides ape shit. And honestly, I'm not really hearing ape shit. But again, I don't think the Carters are making tracks for the radio anymore.
Well, no, they're kind of in their own like worlds. Like, they fuck money. Does it really matter anymore?
They borrowed that whole flow though. Migos.
Oh, that was Quavo's whole entire thing. Yeah. Did you hear the reference track?
Yep. All right. So what came out next? Kanye's album or Nas's album? What came out?
Nas's album, I think. Nas's album came around at the same time. I don't know. Okay. Nas's album came out.
It came out before the Carters, actually.
Okay. So Nas's album, I didn't listen to after. So Kanye produced.
Yep. 7 tracks.
7 tracks.
Only 7 tracks.
Yep. Only 7 tracks. I liked maybe 2.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to it, to be honest. I wasn't even interested. I love you, Nas. I love Queens, but I was not interested in Nas's album. It's funny because I'm always after like someone who's super lyrical, but I don't need there's certain people I don't need to hear any more songs from. Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, Nas. I don't really need to hear from them anymore. I'm not gonna be on Britney Spears. I never need to hear from Britney Spears again.
Ooh, she's still making music?
And the thing is, it usually bangs because somebody produced it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So Nas's album, once again, mediocre. So here we go. Okay.
Damn. Yes. You don't like anything.
Wait, this is what I'm getting to.
All right.
Kanye's album. Let's talk Kanye's all three albums. So we got Kanye, Ye, right? We got whatever his album with Kid Cudi was.
Yep.
Kid See Ghost.
Which I actually liked more. Kid See Ghost.
Better than Ye's album.
Yes.
Then we got who? Tiana Taylor?
Tiana Taylor, which was better than both of those albums, in my opinion.
But then I heard that Tiana was not happy that it got dropped. Like her friend literally woke her up. It was like, in the morning, was like, yo, your album dropped. Did you know? Yeah, like she didn't know her album was dropping, where when she heard it, she was like, things are missing. And she wants to go back and add some things, but it would cost too much money to do that. So there was a whole tweet flow on that.
Yeah. Oh, really? And Tiana doesn't play, so I'm sure she was livid. In all actuality, she was livid. But I don't know. I would say that he probably put the most effort. It felt the most Kanye feeling album was Tiana's, in my opinion. Kid See Ghost was all right. It was pretty much a Cudi album. He just was like, Cudi, let me just hop on your flow, on your wave. And then his album, I can't even tell you one song that I have listened to again. I can't.
Yeah, no, none. None. No. From Kanye's album, because I'm a Kanye fan. Still, guys, I'm sorry. I like Yikes. You know that song? Or you can't I'm like Yikes.
You could get menacing, frightening, find help.
No? Okay. Did you like All Mine? No? So let me
that one's alright.
Okay.
Dude, but he has no more lyrics. He's giving us trash lyrics.
Yeah.
On decent beats.
Yeah.
Where is Ye? Where is Yeezy?
Yeah.
I'm not for it. And I'm a true fan, because if he put out some bangers, I'd have been like, you know what? Fuck what he said about slavery. I'm with it.
Fact. But, the only way he was going to redeem himself was with music, and he didn't do that, unfortunately. So then we're going to skip everybody else because no one else matters. And we're going to get to my man's Drake. My boy.
You said it. Shots fired.
My man's Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk to me first about the Drake album.
So I really like the Drake album. I love that he gave us those side A, side B, where you get hip hop Drake and you get, R&B Drake, which is the Drake that we love. I was really hoping. So at first listen, I was like, wow, there's no real banger outside of what he's already given us. So nice for what, essentially. Okay, so what are we going to have here? And then God's Plan.
I did not like that song.
All of a sudden, In My Feelings exploded. It exploded. And now we have a summer banger. Almost like he made it happen. I swear. Yo, so overall, not his best work, but I feel it.
Okay.
I feel it. I like it probably outside of the hits he already gave us on the radio. I like 3 songs. Nonstop, 8 to 10, In My Feelings. Okay.
So, In My Feelings, I'm not gonna lie. So I listened to the album when it first came out, and I'm not gonna tap myself on the back, but I have a good ear for when I think a song is gonna be hot, or if it's gonna be popping on the radio, or it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So when I heard In My Feelings, when I played that song 20 times, it's probably on my favorite list already of how many times I played it. And then all of a sudden I saw this challenge and I'm like, yes, people are on it. And this is gonna be the song of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
The song of the summer. Album, mediocre. Lukewarm.
You're right.
Lots of filler songs.
Do you think that he went and redid the album once Pusha announced the kid? Because this whole album mentions his kid at least 20 times. We hear
at
about
least 20 times, and I think that's the reason why so many people listen to it, because of
right. He got 1 billion streams in a week.
Billion streams, bruh.
1 billion streams in a week.
First person ever to
say it again. Yeah, I think that might be more than B.
But B's on Tidal, so we don't get the stats.
No one's gonna get the stats on Tidal because nobody got fucking Tidal, bro.
Right.
I know.
So, yeah, Drake's album was lukewarm at best. I like Nonstop, Mob Ties, Talk Up with Jay-Z. You didn't like that song?
It was actually kind of surprising that Hope was on it, though. But it was all right.
Jaded is good. Jaded is good.
Jaded's all right. Jaded's all right. I just, so like going back to Hope, I don't really want to hear Jay-Z rap about selling drugs and he's like 27 years out the game.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it. You know what I mean? Just talk to me about the Louvre, bruh. I think I might relate to that more. I can aspire to that.
So but, my whole point is why I wanted to go down this music timeline is like June it's usually a big month for music. Mm-hmm. Usually because we're looking for those summer hits. Oh shit! You know who I forgot that just dropped? Childish Gambino. Those 2 songs. Mm-hmm. Okay, because what's that one song? Feeling Like Summer.
Summer Feeling.
Shit.
I listen to it all the time. So let me pull it up for you.
I listened to it 10 times today.
It's so good. It's so good. Summertime Magic. It's called this. So it's officially called the Summer Pack. And there's 2 tracks, Summertime Magic and Feels Like Summer. And you can tell kind of like to me, it feels like it was like, here's a summer thing for you. You know, like he's talking about summer love. You know, there's still drums in the beginning. Like he's giving us island vibe. He's giving us beach, you know. It's good.
Which one do you like more? Which track do you like more?
Summertime Magic, I believe.
Okay, the first one. I like the second one more. Feels Like Summer.
Interesting.
Feels Like Summer gives me that smooth, mellow vibe.
Yeah, so it's a little slower. See,
and I'm just like, ooh, yes. I'm drinking my sangria.
Sangria. So I played it at my job. My coworker looked over and was like, hey, what song is that? She was like, what is that? So I knew it was good. I was like, oh, okay, this is good because everybody generally likes it.
Right.
So on another note, like on the same note of people just pushing out summertime anthems and I was like blocking it, Justin Timberlake put out a track. I don't know if you saw that. You know, he was trying real hard to give us a summer bop because he was in the woods. He was manning the woods in. And left us out there, all his fans, left us out there in the streets where we are and to go to the woods. And then he put out this track and I'm like, come on, man.
He was trying to come back with that record.
Did you listen to it?
I did listen to it because I like one of the producers that produced that song and the beat and production was dope. But Justin, go back to the woods. I'm over your ass. It's good. You don't need to come back like, I hate like this trend of like, white people, no, like just writing on the tails of our music. Like Miley Cyrus did the same thing. Justin Timberlake, what disappointed me is because you've been doing this R&B thing for a minute.
Yep.
You've been doing it since you split up from NSYNC. You've been with Timberland in the booth.
I think he wanted to try something different. He wanted to talk to a different audience. So like I have a few coworkers that are going to his tour and I was like, so you're going to go see him perform Man in the Woods?
He has a tour.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So off music. Sorry, Soko.
Are we off music? Is that all on my list? So yeah, like these artists need to stop pushing mediocre music to us. We're not stupid. You can't just push like, where's the artistry anymore? Where's actually putting time and thought into shit?
So you know what's funny? I think they do. That's the thing. Like they're consolidating the tracks too because they know our attention spans are short. The freaking the songs are what 2 minutes 15 seconds if we're lucky. You know, you only have Drake giving you like this amount of content, but everyone else is trying to make it smaller. What's funny is I know that it's trash, but I think they're trying, which is worse. Okay. Which might be worse. On another like on the singles note, Ella Mai Boot Up is just like ripping
Boot up.
She's ripping through, obviously killing it. From the UK, and I'm excited about her. Yeah, what about you? You have anything else?
Music-wise? Nah.
What about Cardi B? She dropped a baby, not an album. But
Cardi B dropped a baby, and she named that baby Culture. And Quavo might as well been dropping an album because he released it like it was an album drop. You didn't see his tweet?
Yeah.
With the photo, like Culture. Is it a baby or is it an album? Which one?
It's both. Because, that was the name of their first album was Culture. And then she put it with a K because, she a Bickin head. So she got a name with a K.
Who told that hot mess of a name was okay?
Culture, Kiari.
I don't care. Culture. That's
a hood baby name.
That's a hood baby name.
Those are hood people.
I mean, facts though. Facts. You know what? Love it. All aside, I think Cardi is going to be a great parent.
Of course.
He's going to be an amazing mother. And Quavo, I don't know you. But I hope you're going to be a great dad too. They're married, right? They got secretly married.
Which is really upsetting because that means he cheated on her while she was pregnant and they were married.
No, was it? No, he cheated on her before she was pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Before they got married, he cheated on her, which is true. It's better. That's better, right? That's
right. It's not better, but what I think happened, she got pregnant, and you know why? I don't know why people think this. That you get pregnant, all of a sudden you need to get married.
They do rush into it. They do.
You don't need to get married, bruh. It's okay. Have the baby.
Not anymore. Not when you're rich, too.
Not when you're rich. Have the baby. Let it go. Get married when you're ready. Just have the baby. But
it's true. And find somebody who's right for you.
World. Culture gonna be swagged out. I can't wait to see what kind of clothes this baby gonna wear on Instagram.
I'm curious what the baby will look like. I think it'll be cute. I think it'll be a cute baby.
I think the baby will be cute too.
Yeah, I mean, Offset isn't bad. No, he's not.
I don't think Offset is ugly at all, actually.
Yeah,
I think he's an attractive guy. Why did I call him Quavo? Offset. How did I not know that? Offset. Cardi and Barty. Okay.
Let's switch gears. Put it in neutral.
Yeah.
Put it in drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you shared this article with me, or rather video about a transgender teen.
Oh, that's a horrible segue, J. Marie.
Oh, wait, no?
No, I mean, we can do it, but I'm just like, that's a hard, like, how you just go, so, that's.
Listen, roll with me. Rock with me.
I'm rolling. All right, let's roll.
We all on the couch together talking shit, sipping.
Yeah, you're right. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, so that article I sent you. Mm-hmm.
Transgender teens are dominating in sports. In high school.
Okay. Yeah, so that was problematic. So it was this news clip, and there was like 4 people around the table, and there was this high school where parents are complaining because there's these 2 MTF, male to female, transgendered high school students that are on the girls' track team. Mm-hmm. And they are beating records. They're number 1 and number 2 smoking everybody. And some of the parents think it's unfair because these kids were a boy.
Mm-hmm. Biologically speaking.
Yeah. So, and when I watched that clip, I was just like, oh shit.
So what's your take? What's your take on transgender students or student athletes competing against those that were born, let's say, biologically female or male?
It's hard for me, J. Marie, because, it's no secret that men are physically have an advantage on us when it comes to sports.
They're stronger.
They're stronger, physically stronger. We know this. And I know, these kids identify as female, but biologically, they're a male. So I know they're taking pills and they're taking medicine to kind of like suppress that.
Yep.
But I hate to say it, but it's kind of unfair. It is unfair, but they want to run and they want to participate and they don't belong on the boys' team. Mm-hmm. They belong on the girls' team.
Yeah.
It's a very problematic topic for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How do you handle that?
This is sticky. And, both of us are part of the LGBTQ community. Underline the T. We love our trans folk. So I like the one reporter. She had an interesting take. Like, listen, treat this as like the bar has been set a little bit higher. And if you are born biologically female and you're racing against a male to female transgender person or transgender woman rather, you just have to compete at a higher standard, and maybe it'll make you better for it. Now, I think that's a great way to kind of, put a Band-Aid over the issue, to be honest. Right. Just keep patting them on the back and saying, you'll be good someday.
You better.
Yeah.
Try harder.
It's tough. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, I do believe that if you identify as female and if you are currently also taking hormones, then you should be running with the women.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but that's going to be a hard battle. I can see that getting very messy because it's a gray area. It's not black or white.
It's not, and nothing is, and that's why there kind of needs to be some type of why do we have this distinct separation? Okay, we did mention that, men are physically stronger, and that maybe that's the reason why we have the NBA versus WNBA, et cetera, but I don't know, maybe we have to dismantle some of those things that we've kind of put in place. I don't know what the answer is, but if you were to intermix both men and women, then maybe you wouldn't have this problem, because then we're all competing out here.
Right, but then men also then again are stronger and they have that advantage.
But they don't always have the athletic IQ. I mean, we can keep debating this, but it's tough. It's tough, and it's tough on the kids too. It's tough on the people involved, because you don't want to feel like less of a woman because you're competing at a higher level. Right. I'm still that student probably feels I'm a woman. I'm just faster. Right. And exactly. I couldn't help the way I was born.
Oh my God. You know what I just thought of? Do you remember when we were in P-Way?
Yeah.
So there's Piscataway, New Jersey, guys. Yeah. And there were, I think, twins, girls that were on the track team.
Yeah.
And they were really built.
Yeah.
And really, really built, almost physique, I guess, a male. Yeah. And they were dominating there for a while. I don't recall their names, but they weren't trans. They were just
So that's interesting you bring that up, because do you remember that Olympian who, I forget her name, but I think she's from Africa. Might be wrong about that. But she is considered intersex, which I think is actually the wrong term. But
intersex, born with both parts.
I believe, but I think it also might just be that she has higher testosterone levels than normal. So she performs at a higher level than all the other female Olympians. And now they're starting to put some ban on if a woman tests in that she has higher testosterone, that she can't run with other women that have a normal level.
What?
So it started from the top and it's coming down.
Wow.
Unless they're going to make a fucking transgender Olympics, bro.
That'd be crazy. And we don't need to be separated any more than what we are now.
And it's never going to be equal. It's always going to be looked at as weird and some type of fucking zoo. And that can't be.
I don't want to treat, it's unfair to treat transgender people as, as a disability.
I agree.
Because it's not a disability, you know what I mean? These people are born in the wrong bodies, unfortunately, and they just want to identify with what they feel like they are. And it sucks to, kind of punish them in ways of participating in sports or even using the bathroom because they don't look a certain way and asking for ID if they're using the bathroom and things like that. I think it's unfair, and I think it's just going to get worse as, more and more people are becoming aware of this trans community, and more people are feeling comfortable with transitioning and not just living in this body that they're uncomfortable with. We're going to see this problem arise, and I hope it works out. I don't have faith in America, though.
I do not. I have zero faith, especially in our current administration. I'm sure they're going to put something down where it's you guys got to go do something different, which is only going to make the problem worse because they already feel different.
Right. It's crazy, LGBT community, all we gotta do is stick together and just keep trying. And, we have this trend of people, young people, millennials that are getting into these political offices. We need to keep doing that.
Yes.
This is where we make change. Yeah. This is where we make change.
This is how it happens. Yeah.
This is how it happens. We need to start infiltrating those offices. We need to start sitting at the same table that these people are sitting at. It doesn't have to be a table full of men anymore. It could be a table full of a lesbian black woman, a transgendered. It could be everybody. Yellow, purple, red, blue, all of us.
So touching on that, you're talking about, diversity within the diversity, right? Mm-hmm. So recently, Aerie, which is like a teen kind of like underwear / intimate apparel clothing line, right? They put out this whole marketing campaign with people that are not only a mixture of diverse colors, but also of just like their kind of their disabilities. Or differently abled people. Yeah. So like you're seeing women in their bra and panty, but she's in a wheelchair, or she has a colostomy bag.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, it was awesome. And what's funny was that it clicked in my mind, like, oh yeah, like I've never seen that before. That's a thing.
Yeah.
There are people all over the world like this, and they never have seen the type of representation. They never see people like them in these advertisements. But you're right. You need diversity within the diversity. It doesn't have to just be black people or just be a whole bunch of women or people of color. We need all types of people from all different walks of life. And it's weird because doesn't it seem so simple that the people of the people that represent us should be the people that live amongst us, that look just like us, right? Isn't it? It's the simplest idea. But our representatives.
That's not the case. And some people are taking that initiative to start doing it. I feel like ever since this last election, which was a shit show, people are like, wait, hold up. Nah, you know what? We need to start doing something. And maybe it was a wake-up call that America needed. We need more diversity in these positions. Yeah. Guys, we can start from anywhere. It could be your local community. You got to start from somewhere. You got to start speaking to people. People are doing it.
And the best example that Donald has set is that it doesn't take experience to do it. So just jump right in there. Go from the corner to the White House, whatever you prefer. Seriously. The strip club to the wherever you whatever.
Cardi B for president.
Yeah, for real, bro. I would take that shit. Yeah. Oh my God, it'd be ignorant up in there, but I'd take that shit in a sec.
Can you imagine Migos in the White House like that?
They would remix the fucking anthem, bro. They put a trap beat. I'd be like,
that is White House. It's gonna be called the Trap House now.
The Trap House. I'd be there, yo. They probably invite everybody over there for a cookout, man.
Yeah, that shit would be crazy. But yeah, touching on the advertisement thing, I just want to touch a little bit on that. And you know how June was Pride Month, and we see. For the first time for me, I saw that so many companies were with the rainbow colors and promoting pride and promoting diversity. But is it a gimmick or do you really care? Are you being diverse? Are you being inclusive because you want to seem like you're doing something? Or do you genuinely care? Or are you pretending to be authentic? I don't know.
I would say, so listen, I think at a point, it's kind of like the cost of admission at this point, they have to do something, and also a lot of it is that you want people to buy your product, or you want people to feel like you represent them, those people that do buy your product. So you're kind of raising your hand because you have to. I mean, they say that some of the largest buying population is actually the gay community, specifically gay men, because they have a lot of income that is disposable, right? Because most of the times they don't have children, they may not be married, etc., etc. So you have to do it, but in terms of your internal initiatives, it's funny, I was part of one, and my coworkers made it a point to tell me something. So they sent out this email for LGBTQ Pride Month, right? And I was in the email. The picture of me was in the email amongst a bunch of other people that were not people of color, right? But when you watch the actual video, all they did was use me saying my name. But I recorded for 30 minutes doing a whole bunch of stuff, participating, answering questions, and all you see of me is my name. So a lot of people were like, did they just put Jael in there because she was the only black woman they had?
Yup.
Probably, But it's it's weird because, so do you fault them for just doing it because they have to, or do you fault them if they don't?
Both. If it's not genuine, I don't want it, boo. Keep it. I'm gonna love, enjoy.
All right, Future. But how do you know? How do you know when it's authentic?
I don't know. I feel like everything's fake to me. It was pushed way too much. It was too much. All these companies. All
gay
these
as
companies.
fuck.
It was a lot. And I'm just like, okay, I love it. But are you genuine about what or is it another marketing scheme? Were you told that this is what you need to do this season?
Do you love me?
Are you writing? Kiki!
No! They're not riding with us, bruh. They're not politically, at least.
No, because they're not politically. They want us to buy their merchandise, buy their products, but put us in a room where we gotta vote for something LGBTQ, IA related. It's a no for me, y'all.
Yeah, things change. So, speaking of Pride, and we're just for a minute because we got to talk about it because I was so excited. So we went to San Fran Pride. Shout out to the whole crew. Shout out to May.
I drop names. I
Go ahead, boo.
Jenna.
Hey.
Shout out to Jenna for letting us stay in her place.
For
shout
real.
out to May.
Jalila.
Allie.
Yay.
Got Sharina. Ashley. Winnie. Tiffany. Who am I missing? It was so many of us.
Shout out to Soko.
Kenny. Shout out to my boy Kenny. He was my partner.
Winnie? Is it Winnie?
I said Winnie.
Okay.
You know that's my boo. I had to say Winnie.
Oh, I know. Shout out to all our Uber drivers. I don't know who you are, but shout out.
Shout out to all the people that stared at the good-looking group that we had. Thank you. Because we know. Thanks.
We had a blast at San Fran Pride, man. June was a fantastic month. Really because of that, it was the highlight. But I think for the first time we celebrate, actually not for you because you've done Atlanta Pride. I've done Atlanta Pride, but this was like way different for us. I just feel like it was way different. The whole feeling, we went and we had the crew put together like an amazing PowerPoint list of options for us to attend. And we attended almost all of them. Almost all of them. But we had a blast and it was just beautiful seeing all these people and they were so welcoming and nice. And I don't know, San Fran might be home.
San Fran is beautiful. I mean, guys, if you've never been to San Fran, go visit, or Oakland. Or if you've never been to San Fran Pride, go next year. It's an awesome experience.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
it's laid back, but then also like
lit.
Party, lit. You know what I mean? You get a mix of both.
Party. Homeboy was breaking it down in the back of a truck in the middle of the street.
Oh my God, the U-Haul party was so much fun. Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah. So San Fran Pride was definitely a go, and I will definitely do it again next year. And thank you so much to that group of friends that invited us out there. Big ups to you. We had an awesome time, and we have some great pictures.
Yes. Probably gonna go back next year.
Yeah. Probably. I think that's the move next year.
Yeah.
For sure. Jenna, make room for us.
Hey, I'm good with that floor again, boo. It's comfy.
Coming to the main topic of this episode that I really want to touch base on is there's this new movie coming out. It's called Sorry to Bother You, and it is with, hold on, give me a second. What's that guy's name?
Lakeith Stanfield?
Yes, it's with him. He's the main character.
And Tessa Thompson?
Yes, Tessa. Ooh, damn. Bad shit. I was like, wait, who is that? That's not Boo?
Oh, I know. I know who Tessa Thompson. Because she was like low-key having this weird thing with Janelle Monáe for a little bit during the album rollout.
They don't have it anymore?
I think I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I'd like to believe that they had something for myself. So
Sorry to Bother You. One, I don't hear too many people talking about it.
But it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. I have not.
Flooded. I heard about that movie months ago.
Really?
Months ago, and I saw, of course, I go to the movies often, so I saw it in the with the theaters. And then they've been doing like full page takeovers, so like Complex. I go to complex.com every day because I check in, so I see it. And it's on my Facebook feed a lot.
I just saw it on my Facebook feed for the first time today. So basically, the movie is about this black guy. He gets a job at a call center, and he's calling these people, and he realizes he has to put on a certain act to gain professional success. And that act is putting on his white voice.
Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about that, because that is something I think a lot of us can relate to, putting on that white voice. There's another word for it. I saw this other video that someone posted online. Huh?
Code switching?
Code switching. There you go. You saw that code switching video where she's in office. She's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? How was your weekend? She goes, oh, hey, Bob. You're good. No, I'm doing well. Thank you.
It's
Family's
so
okay.
Real. It is the realest thing. I was just talking to someone about code switching consistently. My whole life is code switching. Whole life. But so like, Soko, what's funny about you is that, I had a friend that would listen to our previous podcast, The Lesbian Collective, and would often say, does your friend Soko really talk like that? Is that her voice? And I'm dead because yes, that's her voice. But you grew up in New Jersey. How else are you supposed to sound? You know what I mean? Like, you're a black girl from Jersey. What do you know what I mean? What do you
in the suburbs? And you know what? Like, I get that all the time. You sound like a white girl. You sound white. I get that.
Someone thought you were putting it on.
No, I've never put it on. And I even complained to you guys. Like, guys, I sound so different from you. And I did not like it. I felt like an outcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, I grew up in white suburbia, all Jewish neighborhood, basically, being the only black girls. So yeah, although I hate the term, I naturally sound like a white girl.
You sound like a color. Yeah, because that's possible. That's the funny thing is that, so all of this comes down to what? Unconscious bias, right? So what it is that you get on the phone, and I do it all the time. When I'm ordering food, when I'm complaining for customer service, very professional voice. You know why? Because I think I'm going to get better treatment if I do that. So I am automatically assuming that whoever is on the other line, whether they be black, whether they be white, Indian, wherever, they would prefer to hear my white voice.
Yeah.
Because if I get on the phone and say, yo, bruh, what happened with that package though? Oh, because y'all was late. Oh, nah, I ain't ready for that. Oh, so when is it coming? I'm going to need it sooner, bruh. Like, that's not that. I'm not going to get the same treatment versus hello. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so fine. Could you please just work on it? Just try it if you can. It's two different people, two different reactions to that. And it's fucked up. It's unfair. And you know what's is that we're mentally trained to behave this way.
Yeah, but you don't.
No one taught me that.
Right.
My mom didn't say, JL, by the way, when you call people, put on your white voice.
Right.
But I knew I had to do that.
Yeah. Or even when you have a phone interview.
Are you?
What?
My back is
Sally. Yeah, this is so. Yeah, how are you doing today? I mean, we could take it to another level, baby.
Yo, I'm dying because this is real life. This is everyday life. But like, I wonder, do white people know that we do this? Do you think they know?
I think they notice that we talk differently to people like us compared to them. I think they notice that. Just like there's that clip where Obama's shaking everybody's hand. He sees a brother. He's like, yo, what's up? Snaps him up.
Yeah.
We have a different language. And I think they see that, but they don't understand why we do that.
Yeah. And it's really it's to protect us. Yes. It's to ensure that we're hopefully treated in the same way. It's so that, people don't treat us differently just because the voice may either have a little bit more bass, or what do they call it? Vernacular. They call it our urban vernacular or whatever. But so I have a colleague that doesn't code switch. My guy is who he is 24/7. And it's beautiful and it's terrifying to me. It's beautiful and terrifying, right? So my guy is like, he'll talk to, I think he knows who he can do it to for real. But like, he's talking to white, black, whoever. Sis, what I'm gonna need you to do. Like, he's just, he calls everyone sis. Everyone is sis. And I'm just like, I'm standing back like, clutching my black ass pearls, wondering how is this. He's a black man, which is even, more than me as a black woman. He's total threat, right? Totally aggressive, all the things. So like, it's funny, it's refreshing, and as I said, terrifying, because I fear for him that people won't respect him,
right?
And they won't take him seriously because of that.
Yeah, and you know what that reminds me of? That Insecure episode. Okay, with Issa Rae, and who's her best friend, Molly?
Yes.
And Molly is in the office and there's a new black girl. And she does not code switch.
Yes.
She is who she is. And Molly goes to talk to her like, girl, you know, I understand
chill the fuck out.
But you need to chill out. You need to take it down a notch. And the girl's like, I came like this in my interview. They know who they hired.
And I respect that shit. I do. But it's like I want, and I hate saying this to other black people. Like, I want you to win. I don't want them to discredit you because they automatically think that you're ignorant just because you speak in that way.
But why do we have to fear being discredited because we don't speak like them? Because
there's not enough of us at the top to make a difference.
But why do we have to conform? It's that whole conforming to, what's that whole thing? Assimilation, is that the word I'm looking for?
I mean, it is a word. It's a proper word for it. And yes, it is a form of assimilation.
It is.
Because they feel uncomfortable around us.
So we need to stop helping them feel comfortable. Because you know what? We're uncomfortable every fucking day.
Damn straight, bitch. We are uncomfortable every day.
Fucking day. I am tired of making other people feel comfortable.
This is our lives, though. It's the burden we carry every day. So cool. Think about even how you occupy space around people that are different than you.
Yeah.
You probably make yourself smaller. You probably stand back a little bit because you don't want anybody to be like, whoa, because they're all like, our presence is sometimes too much.
True.
Before we even speak.
You don't even have to speak, especially if you just have like that demeanor and that aura, like it's a lot. They're gonna be like, oh wait.
Resting bitch face for a black woman versus resting bitch face for a white woman is very different.
Two different things.
It's very different. Like you might think, you know, Megan over there she's pissed, and she'll be like, no, I'm not. But Sharina has been pissed for her whole life. And Sharina's like, girl, I'm just chilling. I just had a great lunch. Life is good. My man proposed to me. Like, it's different.
Right, it's different. And there was one time at the last job I was working at, when I was in the office, one of the VPs, the only black VP of the company, pulled me into his office and was like, you know, you do great work and, you know, you're amazing, but I don't want people to think you're the angry black woman. And I'm like, but I'm not angry. He was like, yeah, but, you know, you speak your mind. And I'm like, because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to
he pulled you in and said that?
He pulled me in his office.
Was he black?
He was black, yeah. He's like, you know, he was like, basically, he was like, I love you. You do great work. And I really want to, but I don't want people to see you as an angry black woman. I was like, if something's not being done right, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, Ben, can we, you know, look at this in a different way? Well, Ben, you're wrong. Okay, Ben. And this is the way we need to do it. I've done this research. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 bullet points. I've already pulled everything for you. If you want, you can take it back to your desk and take a read at it and come back to me.
Oh shit. But you know, so like in your field too, I think your field is so not to say that it doesn't have nuance, of course every field does, but your field is also very black and white. It's like you're wrong, you're right.
Yeah, there's no gray. There's you're wrong or you're right.
It's it.
Right.
So like with your field, I think you can feel more confident to be like, no, this is the way it should be done. You've been doing it wrong. The data is saying it's coming out wrong. Like
right.
With my field, it's a lot more opinion and perspective, which is like good and bad for our perspective because they value my perspective, but they also, you know, it has to be delivered in the right way. So I think you are empowered to be that way. I think it's unfortunate that guy had to say that to you, but I've done it to people too. I said, like, listen, I don't want anybody to take you for granted or think that you are being too aggressive.
See, that's completely unfair.
It is, bro. I know. And I'm like participating and enabling.
Yeah, and you are. Just because I don't act the same way as Becky when something's not right doesn't mean I'm an angry black woman. It just means I handle my emotions differently.
So I had a similar experience to you, but so I wasn't a person of color. So we were sitting down in a room this is like 2 companies ago. We're sitting down in a room. They got all the department heads in there because like the client was failing. We had to figure out why. And we're going through all these different strategies. And I'm turning to the SEO guy and I'm like, have you tried this, this, and this? And he's like, no, I haven't considered that. And I'm like, I'm not on your team. I'm not on SEO. This is basics, bro. I read this on Google 2 nights ago. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to know this. And like, I'm just like, this is what we need to do. And like, he's like, you know what? You're right. Like, this is very valid. And we're going through, we're solving problems. And the VP looks at me and says, JL, like, you seem really angry right now. And it was just like, I'm super passionate about this work, and I'm offering solutions to business challenges. But the first thing she thought, and bruh, it deflated me. She might as well have put a pin in me, because I went from like being up here like, this is great, we're making moves, to just like, and it just makes you just like, I just almost gave up in that moment. Like you confused passion for anger just because of this.
Yeah, right. Because of your skin color.
Because there was no other reason. Mm-hmm. What else? Because but you know me, like when I'm excited about something, I'm smiling, like I'm talking with my hands, everything.
Right.
But instead it was like, oh, you seem angry right now. Are you all right?
Nah, bro, I'm passionate about the work we doing here.
I'm trying to help you.
I'm trying to help you make money. The fuck?
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, we can harp on this topic. One more example. I read this article of this guy, calling to look for apartments.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, I already know. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
He used his own voice at first. Let's say out of 100, maybe 15 offered him the information he was looking for. Then he was like, all right, let me be a white guy. Let me put on my white voice, quote unquote. And they were more willing to help him find a place than when he just used his regular voice. I don't know how we fix this. Unfortunately, I feel like
unconscious bias. We have to work through them. People have to understand that there's no reason to pass judgment on anyone for almost any reason. But see, here's the thing. It's all a way of protecting yourself. They believe that they're protecting themselves from the possibility of either being screwed over, of unpaid rent, whatever it may be. You think you're shielding yourself. But here's where it goes wrong, is when you offer different treatment to people when you have nothing to lose or gain.
Right.
This is customer service.
Right.
I'm a customer. Doesn't matter how I talk. I'm getting the same pizza as Bob. Mm-hmm. But that person may treat you different, spitting your food. Who knows? And it's a psychological nightmare. So to think about the fact that someone could harm you, could seek to harm you because you speak and they assume that you're a black person.
Right. And there's also, let's not forget about those white people that sound black too.
All right.
And I just be like, why? Why do you want to do that? You know how hard it is for us out here?
Rachel Dolezal was good.
Nah,
looking at you, sweetie.
But let's just be aware, white, black, whatever. Just be aware, black people, be aware that you are putting on this white voice. And you know what? And if it's pushing you further in your career or giving you what you need or getting you what you need, by all means, baby, do what you gotta do.
Get your paper.
Get your paper, boo. And for non-people of color, realize we're doing this, unfortunately, to feel more accepted by you guys.
By you. Because you are the controlling population.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is what we have to do. We have to change our behaviors in order to be treated fairly.
Right. Sad. So Sorry to Bother. It's out in theaters right now. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yep. And this has been the water cooler episode of Queer Ambition. Let us know if you like it. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite,
I want to hear
DM.
Comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think. We're going to share it everywhere. I think I'm going to put it on IGTV. Get a channel going. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Peace. See you later.